William Hill sponsors Bellew versus HAYE 2 on Sky Sports Box Office.
Plaza here, the first of our 2 press conferences for a huge night of boxing at the O2 Arena on Saturday night, live and exclusive on Sky Sports Box Office. This venue always throws up drama. Of course, we have a stunning main event, a rematch between Tony Bellew and David HAYE, and we have a huge night of boxing here, kicking off at about 4:35 on Saturday night. We're going to be on Facebook Live pre-6 p.m. and then of course live on Sky Sports Box Office. So many important fights, world title fights, big fights for the domestic scene, big fights for the world-class scene, young fighters coming through, Olympic gold medalists, Olympic bronze medalists, Olympic silver medalists as well. And before we go to the fighters, I'm going to pass over to Adam Smith, head of Sky Sports Boxing, to say a few words.
Thanks, Eddie. This is the power of British boxing. This is where we are. It's so hot at the moment. Not just a fantastic main event with Tony Bellew and David HAYE going at it again 14 months on, but look at the array of talent on both bottom and top tables here. Absolutely fantastic to see. As Eddie said, we've got Facebook Live from about 5 o'clock on the night. 6 o'clock we're on air. We've got the great fight with Martin J. Ward and James Tennyson here. I think that's a really good matchup. Really excited about the development of Joshua Buatsi. John Ryder and Jamie Cox, I mean, it's a dream fight, certainly within the trade, and it's a great opportunity for both of them, both really good fighters, and really good that they've taken this fight. Really excited about that. Joe Joyce, of course, in fight number 4, going in with Leroy Thomas for the Commonwealth heavyweight title. What an opportunity for Joe. Is it too soon? We can't wait to find out. And Paul Butler, what a magnificent chance he's got, back in form and bang in form, but against the excellent Emmanuel Rodriguez, who is pretty special. So I think it's a terrific card in itself. Never like the main event. Enjoy it.
Thank you, Adam. Some key figures from the boxing world here this week, of course. Joining us on the top table, our co-promoter for the show. I'm going to pass over to Richard Schaefer to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Eddie, and a pleasure to be here with all of you in England. Great turnout. You really have become the capital of boxing worldwide, and as Eddie and Adam said, top to bottom, really one of the best cards I can remember. Fantastic talent. Doors open, I believe, at 4:30. First fight is at 4:30. I'm going to be there ringside at 4:30. That's how good this card is. A lot of young talent, great fights, world title fight, Commonwealth fights. Of course, very excited for Joe Joyce to try to become the first ever in his 4th fight to become a Commonwealth champion. So big task ahead of him. We have full confidence in him, and of course Manny Powell as well. Happy to show Manny Powell here in the UK to the UK fight fans, and Cody Davis and everyone else. Really can't wait.
Thank you, Richard. We're going to head down to that table now. Manny Powell, welcome to the shores. Not a lot of people know too much about you over here, but I've heard plenty about you in the States, and a great opportunity to box in the UK on Saturday.
First thing first, I'd like to give all thanks to God, because without him I wouldn't be here today. But it's an amazing opportunity to be over here in only my 7th professional fight. Big thanks to Richard Schaefer and the rest of Ringstar for making this possible. This has always been a dream of mine, and this is just helping me get one step closer to reaching my ultimate goal. You know, me and my coach and the rest of my team back at home, we work extremely hard every single day. That's why when we got the call to come over here, I didn't hesitate, because I know how enthusiastic the fans are over here in England, and it's just an amazing experience to be over here and to be able to showcase my skills in front of everyone. I'm definitely going to put on an amazing show, so I hope you're ringside to be able to see it. Thank you.
Thank you, Manny. Jordan Gill, great performance last time out in a British title eliminator, and a huge show for you to box on, and of course been in the gym throughout the whole camp with Tony Bellew under the tutelage of your trainer as well, Dave Colbert.
Yeah, I'd like to say thanks for having me on. You know, when Tony says to me, do you want to box my undercard at the O2, pay-per-view show in front of 20,000 people, I think it's an opportunity you can't turn down. So I'm ecstatic to be on the show. Hopefully put in another good performance. I've been working very hard in the gym. Dave Colwell's improved me week in, week out. Just working so hard, and to be around fighters like Tony Bellew and Jen McDonald, Gavin McDonald, Anthony Fowler, you know, it's only going to bring me on. Jamie's been looking brilliant. Tony Bellew's been looking brilliant, and I think that's the main thing. He's ready for David Haye on Saturday, and I'm ready for whoever I fight on Saturday too.
Thanks, Jordan. Cody, welcome. A big showcase for you on Saturday night, and of course, many of your teammates here from the GB squad, of course, Joshua Boazzi and Joe Joyce as well, and the big stage for you on Saturday.
Yeah, it's good for me to be on the big stage. A couple of months back I was fighting in leisure centres down in the valleys, so it's nice to be out amongst all this. I'm trained by Gavin Rees, former world champion himself, so he's got the recipe for success, and I'm following his instructions. Yeah, it's good to be in amongst with Josh Boazzi and Joe Joyce again. We trained together for a couple of years on Team GB, and now we're here doing our thing as professionals, so it's all good, and I'm ready to show everyone what I'm about, and I hope we all enjoy it.
You've seen some great fights come out of the GB squad as well. I'm also very interested by your barnet. That is one mean haircut. Can you tell us more about that, please? And the style there. Is that always going to see that in your fights?
No, I'm going to mix up my haircuts just like I mix up my styles. I like to adapt and change for the mood.
I like it, well done. Mr. Boazzi, you normally, the beard's a bit longer normally, the hair's a bit longer, but you're in semi-beast mode, ready for the O2. I guess it's like a second home to you now, boxed all over the country, and a tough fight for you on Saturday against the Frenchman, and probably the last really now before your big step up to 10 rounds in title action.
Yeah, you know, an event came up and Mr. Still Your Girlfriend had to come out 2 weeks prior to the event, so I had to go to the barbers, get a haircut, but like you said, semi-beast mode is still on. I stepped up to an 8th round, but I'm looking forward to it. I feel blessed to be in front of everyone here, the atmosphere is good. Saturday night it's going to be a fight, I don't know who's going to be across the ring, but there's going to be eyes watching, there's going to be people kind of fixed on the two fighters in the ring, and I'm looking forward to it. Again, I feel blessed to be in front of everyone on this table and above, and look forward to seeing everyone on Saturday night.
Obviously you're deep into your apprenticeship now. How ready do you feel almost for that step up? You see, we know the division's bustling in the domestic scene. Of course, Callum Johnson with a big win over Frank Buglioni recently, but like I said, ready now after Saturday night to move onto those kind of levels.
Yeah, I feel it's easy. It would be very easy to talk. So I think for me, let those fights happen, and then we'll see, is Josh the real deal? Can he actually fight? Can he do this? Can he do that? So those fights will come, and that's when I'll be judged. So there's not really much for me to say into that. But again, I'm leaving it to the promoters, the managers, and the trainers. Once they're in sync, then I'm ready to go.
Good stuff. Look forward to seeing you in action on Saturday. Now, late addition to the card, one of the best lightweights in the world, Olympic gold medalist Luke Campbell, training hard. He's had a long camp while we're looking to secure his final eliminator against Yvonne Mendy for the WBC title, ranked basically top 5 of every governing body. So have a great fight with Jorge Linares for the WBC title and the WBA title. Luke, welcome. A quick run out for you. Get rid of the cobwebs after the Linares fight for a big fight in the summer.
Yeah, I'd have to thank you for putting up with me the last couple of weeks, because I've been pestering you non-stop. Eddie, I need to fight. I want to fight. So thank you for getting me on the card. It's last minute, but thank you for that. And Matchroom, Sky Sports, and I'm just excited to go out there and fight. You know, it's been a while since my last fight, and this is a great undercard to be on. I'm mixing in some fantastic company. And yeah, you know, I've been working hard ever since, been working in the quiet and making improvements, and this year's a big year for me, and this fight is just part of the bigger picture, and I'm excited to get out there on Saturday, put on a great show and move forward.
Obviously, WBC title, Michael Garcia is moving up, then he's staying where he is. We'll see what happens with that, but they've officially ordered now the final eliminator between you and Yvonne Mendy. Of course, a rematch of that fight that was at the O2 as well, and one we know you want to put right.
Yeah, certainly. That is my #1 fight that I want. You know, I want to redeem that night. I want to clean my record and beat him up at the same time. So that for me is my #1 fight I'm most excited about, and it's going to put me in the #1 position for the WBC. So, you know, I'm ready for world titles this year.
Thanks, Luke. I think a brilliant fight with 2 guys ready for world titles as well. You saw Jamie Cox have a great fight with George Groves for the WBA world title. On the same card, John Ryder with a brilliant win over Patrick Nelson, knocking him out. I think both guys looking for a world title shot, on the verge of world title shots, and it's unusual that two guys in that position would meet. It's a brilliant all-British domestic 168-pound clash. Firstly, Jamie, had a good camp, looking fantastic, and a fight that a lot of people are excited about on Saturday.
Yeah, it's a great addition, a great fight for the card, me fighting John, and I'm really excited. I prepared very hard, and I'm looking forward to the fight.
Obviously, you were put into the Groves fight, you got that opportunity, the World Boxing Super Series. Probably in an ideal world would have liked one more, but learned a lot from that opportunity and looking to put that into practice on Saturday.
Yeah, I know where I went wrong in that fight, and George was a great operator, he's a great world champion, and I'm looking to learn from that loss and rebuild and fight for a world title.
John, massive win for you last time out. I guess could be said you were fighting for your career, certainly at world level in that fight. You beat Patrick Nelson, who's highly ranked with the governing bodies. You're now in a brilliant position to challenge for world titles and excited ahead of Saturday.
Yeah, I'm forever feeling like I'm fighting for my career now, but everything's on the line, every fight I'm going to now. So it was a great win. This is going to be a great fight Saturday, and I'm looking forward to it.
How do you see the fight playing out? I mean, Jamie's looked very good in his fights recently. He's an exciting fighter as well, and you and Tony Sims studied hard for this fight.
Well, you look at him in the Groves fight, he made the fight what it was. One shot turned the fight on his head, and it's not that much to go on. So I'm expecting the best of him come Saturday, and I think it'll be a great fight.
It is a great fight, we look forward to that one. Another great fight, which is going to kick off our live action on Sky Sports Box Office, make sure you're in the arena, is Martin Ward against James Tennyson for the Commonwealth, the European and the WBA International Super Featherweight title. James Tennyson ranked number 5 in the world with the WBA. Martin Ward has done it all domestically and now, number 2, as Mark Dunlop, his manager, told me off there. Number 2 with the WBA, even better. And of course, Martin Ward has done it all domestically and now winning the European title recently. These guys actually debuted on the same night in their professional career, and now they meet in a crunch clash. Firstly, James, welcome. You've been on the Sky Sports shows and the Odyssey Arena in Belfast in some big nights, and it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Doesn't get much bigger than this at all. You know, I'm grateful for giving the shot in such a big card. The names on the table here should speak for themselves. So you know, I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to fighting it and putting on a show.
The style should gel. We know you're all action. You punch very, very hard. Martin Ward's in great form at the moment. Should be a great fight.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's going to be a cracking scrap. Everybody, you know, the talk of it over social media itself. So you know, it's good to do the show.
Martin, brilliant performance for you last time out, winning the European title. Must go into this fight with a lot of confidence, but also I'll say the toughest test of your career so far.
Yeah, firstly I'd just like to thank yourself, Eddie, and Matchroom and Tony Bellew for giving me a slot on an amazing show. I'm really pumped for this year. Cannot wait to get in there and trade level with James Tennyson. You know, he's a good fighter. I respect him, and he's gone down the hard road himself. I've gone through the levels and I'm going for the gears now, and I'm looking to put on a very exciting performance this weekend and push on the bigger and better things.
You've done it the right way, the traditional way, British Commonwealth, European titles as well. As Mark said, James Tennyson number 2 in the world now.
Yeah.
You feel this is your final test before moving on to challenge for world titles?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So it's going to be a good fight. I don't look past Saturday night. I respect him, he's a good fighter, he brings a lot to the table, but I'm very, very confident of doing the job on Saturday night and doing it in style and putting on an exciting display.
It's a great fight, don't miss that one. Another great fight, big step up for Olympic silver medalist, which should have been gold, by the way. I still can't get over that decision, but anyway, that's history. I know. Joe Joyce, not moving you nice and fast. I love the way that Haymaker Ringstar are doing this. The Lewinson debut was brilliant. You've had a couple of easier jobs since, but ready now for this first major title.
Yeah, I'm ready. Training's gone well, and you know, I've done some great rounds sparring, and I think you know it's amazing that this fight could be made for the Commonwealth title in my 4th fight. You know, I like being you know, the first to do things and you know, making history. So you know, all credit to Leroy for you know, coming over here, and you know, I'm just excited to you know, be on such a big card, and at the O2 it's going to be amazing.
Obviously the domestic heavyweight division is brilliant right now. The world heavyweight division is brilliant. You feel like this is going to be the first big step to moving aggressively onto major titles on the world scene?
Yeah, for sure. You start with the Commonwealth titles, you know, should I win it will be, you know, a stepping stone to greater things, bigger and better things.
Good. We look forward to that one, Joe. Lemroy, welcome back. So Sheffield twice, now London. You're getting accustomed to fighting in Britain. Obviously disappointing one last time, but you kept your belt. And a big test for you on Saturday night. I think you and Kenny Porter know that.
Man, glory be to the Most High Jah. I mean, look at this. When I first met you, I came here to Anthony Joshua. Now look at the table. What they came to prepare for me. Take care of my family. This is not about me. This is about my family. This is about to show everyone who go through the struggle that if they keep on persevere, have their faith, and believe in God, they can do anything. Come Saturday night, it's going back home with me again, and hopefully me and Ryder can finish the business we started.
Obviously, Joe's had a fantastic amateur career. Is inexperienced in the pro rank. Do you feel like your experience will be the difference on Saturday?
Listen, you said what I have with Lomachenko, right? When they try to step him up for a world title, of course. I know what I'm capable of doing. Me and Coach Kenny, we put the work in, have a hell of a camp, and it's time to go to work.
Look forward to that.
I know Joyce had a great amateur pedigree, but Thomas is coming with the world champion.
Certainly a huge step up for Joe Joyce compared to previous opponents. We look forward to that fight on Saturday night. Now, world title action, and I'll tell you, another brilliant fight. We know how highly ranked and rated BUTLER-RODRIGUEZ is from Puerto Rico. Paul Butler going for his second world title as well. Firstly, Emmanuel, welcome. Big fight for you on Saturday.
Primero que nada, pues gracias a Dios por todo, gracias a toda la prensa presente, a Eddie. Nada, ansioso de que por esta oportunidad, hace tiempo le estábamos esperando, llegó el momento y si Dios lo permite, el sábado 5 de mayo Puerto Rico pues tendrá a su campeón número 59 si Dios lo permite. Gracias.
Thank you to Eddie Hearn. I'm glad I got the fight. I've been training well, and hopefully you'll see how good a champion I am, or I'm going to be. I hope Paul Butler is ready for this fight.
Thank you, Joe. I'll never know with you if that's what I actually said. Seems to go on for like 10 minutes and then you say 3 words or something like that. You're a good man, been with Matchroom for a long time. I'm just not sure you speak Spanish. Thank you. Paul Butler, Paul, a massive fight for you on Saturday night. We know that the division is absolutely on fire right now, domestically, internationally. There's talk of the World Boxing Super Series, but more importantly, a chance for you to win another world title.
Yeah, massive opportunity for me on Saturday night. One up in Craven for a long time. We went back down to super flyweight. We lost and we've rebuilt from then. Obviously got Stuart Hall in the Eliminator back in September, and we're here now on the biggest stage. So I'll be there to take it with both hands.
Rodriguez is obviously highly thought of within the boxing community. Not many know about him outside of that community, but fairly inexperienced, particularly over championship distance. Do you feel that you just have too much knowledge and too much all-round game for him Saturday?
Possibly, yeah. If you sit down and watch him at first glance, you think he's a special kid. You just watch his highlights and clips. But when you sit down and really watch him, there is mistakes there. We've been working really hard in the gym, going over that. Obviously we've been looking at stuff that he does well as well, so we'll be ready on Saturday night. We've got a good game plan and we're there to take the title.
We look forward to that. It's a thrilling fight for the IBF Bantamweight World title and a massive card. We're going to pose now for head-to-heads with the guys here. They're all available for one-on-ones with you, and we'll start the main press conference in around 10-15 minutes. Thank you very much, and photos at the front. Thank you.
That creates a barrier.